Hi, I'm Ray Labrino here with
Jerry Chiquilo.
And you're watching The W. This month's broadcast focused on soft news, defined as information that is primarily entertaining or personally useful. Although the term soft news was originally synonyms with feature stories placed in newspapers or television newscasts for human interest, this concept expanded to include a wide range of media outlets that present more personal-centered stories. As 2019 wraps up and 2020 is just starting up, new social media platform TikTok has taken the internet by storm. Jerry, do you use TikTok?
No, actually. I only like Charli D'Amelio. That's the only reason why I use TikTok. Anyway, first up on the W, Matt Bonds, James Stutz, and I talk about the new social media platform TikTok. TikTok is a new app that is taking over social media. Every teen uses or seen TikTok media with viral videos that are making teens famous all around the world.
Hi, this is James Stutz.
I'm Matt Bonds.
And I'm Jerry Chiquilo.
And you're watching The W. TikTok is taking the world by storm, raking in over 500 million active users worldwide, and set the mark with 33 million downloads in 2019 after its launch in September 2017, making it the most on the Apple App Store this past year.
TikTok is leading the social media industry, with people all over the world posting videos daily and trying to get on the For You page, a universal page where you can find the most popular videos. TikTok has become an easy way for people of all ages to go viral, with some people totaling over 1 million views for every video they post.
Just recently, a group of 19 famous TikTokers bought a house together in Los Angeles labeled the Hype House. This content creators use the house to make videos together and try to grow their channels. Thomas Petru, Daisy Keech, Kuver Anand, and Alex Warren live there full-time, but Petru, 21, is the oldest and acts as the ringleader. However, they all hold each other accountable for their contribution to the content going out that day. If they don't consistently make content, they'll be asked to leave.
The star of the house, 16-year-old Charli D'Amelio, has burst in popularity with over 16 million TikTok and 4 million Instagram followers with under a year. Everybody has become obsessed with her good looks and dancing abilities, with people everywhere copying her style and dance moves.
Besides the dancing on TikTok, there are many funny people who react to videos and create comedy with this platform. Point-of-view videos and reactions have also gained a lot of viral attention as TikTok has grown. As shown, TikTok has become an app that anybody can use and create any kind of content with. But what makes it different is how easy it is to get views and followers. Thank you guys for watching. Back to you guys in the studio.
In more celebrity news, Pat Hickey talks to us about pop star Justin Bieber. Throughout the last decade, Justin Bieber has become a very popular musical figure in the industry and causes fans to be concerned once he stopped making headlines. Patrick Hickey gives us an insight on what Bieber has been up to.
Hi, this is Patrick Hickey and welcome to The W. As 2020 begins, it's had its ups and downs for pop icon Justin Bieber as lifelong fans become concerned about his health. He revealed on an Instagram post January 8th that he's been diagnosed with Lyme disease, one of roughly 300,000 Americans who are diagnosed with the disease each year. Bieber is fighting through his diagnosis and is explaining his struggles in his upcoming 10-episode docuseries on YouTube titled Seasons. With the release set to be coming on January 27th, Bieber has also hinted at a new album and gave listeners a sneak peek by releasing his new hit single Yummy on all streaming platforms, which is top number 2 on the Billboard's Hot 100 charts. Although he started the year on the low, he's quickly fighting back and making an instant push back to stardom. Best of luck to Bieber as we all expect big hits in the future. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, guys. In unusual news, Stephen Pryor and Mark D'Annunzio tell us about an incident in Las Vegas where pigeons are being reported all over Las Vegas wearing cowboy hats.
In Las Vegas, pigeons are wearing cowboy hats. Rumor has it, a man is going around gluing little cowboy hats on pigeons. On Facebook, a 12-second video was posted of ordinary pigeons. Moments later, 2 pigeons appeared with little cowboy hats on their head.
Lofty Hopes, a bird care center, captured the pigeons with a cat trap and removed the hats. Mariah Hillman, founder of Lofty Hopes, said she had a second report of the sighting on Monday, December 13th in the same area.
New York Times reporter Christine Hauser spoke to Charles Wolcott, a Cornell University ornithologist who has been studying the common pigeon for 30 years. After watching the video, Dr. Wolcott said he was not too worried. The pigeons strutted around and pecked at food or pebbles, apparently not bothered by their headwear.
Though they looked mature, he could not determine the age or gender of the birds. Pigeons are adaptable, Wolcott said, and they love big cities with all the windsills available for nesting. The hat-wearing pigeons in Las Vegas could be captured with simple cage traps, propped open with a stick and a rope attached to a pole when the pigeon goes inside to eat, or the hats might eventually fall off.
A spokesperson from Lofty Hopes said that pigeons with hats on could be dangerous because the hats could attract predators and the pigeons cannot see if there are any predators above them.
If you ever see a wild animal with any type of clothing, be sure to report it to a local animal shelter because that animal may be in pain. Humans should leave wild animals alone. It is their life. They have the right to live free from harm, says Lofty Hopes, Mariah Hillman, and back to you in the studio.
An interesting twist on the fitness front, Alice Warford gives us a rundown on how marijuana can potentially boost your workout.
Hey there, it's Alice Warford with the W, and today we're seeing whether ingesting cannabis can be good for your workout. Many associate cannabis, the psychoactive drug, with laziness and recklessness, but recent studies have actually found that cannabis may be good for your workout. In the states where marijuana is legal, like California, Colorado, and Washington, nearly 52% of people who work out also use marijuana. According to them, cannabis motivates them more, makes exercise more enjoyable, and speeds up their recovery. Even more so, long-term cannabis users have a lower body mass index, a decreased risk of getting type 2 diabetes, and work out for approximately an hour more than people who don't consume marijuana. Although these benefits sound great, remember that increased marijuana use can offset balance and coordination. This can be dangerous when doing high-intensity workouts or weightlifting, since those exercises require a lot of energy and focus. Before incorporating cannabis into your fitness routine, always make sure you consider the possible dangers that are associated with drug use. This has been Alice Warford with the W. Back to the studio.
And with the last story of the day, a plethora of students are concerned and nervous about the college process. Here's John McCarty, Tyler Hawkins, and Joe Ragusa to explain the do's and don'ts of college process.
Hi, I'm John McCarty.
I'm Tyler Hawkins.
And I'm Joe Ragusa. And this is the W. Today we're going to be talking about the college process. So, Tyler, what's the college process been like for you?
It's been pretty smooth. I handed everything in on time, so there weren't really a lot of stresses for me, and now I'm just waiting to hear back from college.
That's nice. You hear back from any?
Yeah, I heard back from U Tampa, which got accepted to, and Quinnipiac very recently.
Nice. So, Joe, what about you?
Not so bad. I applied to 7 or 8 schools. I only heard back from 4 right now. I'm supposed to hear back from more schools hopefully this month. Those are like my top schools right now. So right now I'm just at a sit and wait.
Okay. And what's your top school, your top option?
I'd say either Tampa or FAU.
Okay, Tyler?
Either Tampa or Quinnipiac.
Okay, and you got into Quinnipiac?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Oh, thanks.
Have either of you made a decision yet? I'm assuming no.
No. I'm gonna have a hard time making a decision.
How come?
I'm very bad at making my mind up, so.
Makes sense.
I'm just waiting for Tampa and FAU. Those are my top schools, but I'm also going to consider West Virginia, which I got into, and maybe Lynn University since they gave me a scholarship. So, John, how's your college process been?
It's been pretty good. I applied to 5 schools. I heard back from all of them. I got accepted to all of them. My top was Springfield, and I'm going to be going there and playing football there, so I'm very excited. It was really easy. I only had to write 2 supplements, I believe, and I got everything out on time, so it was nice. Now it's very nice knowing that I'm done, and I see all my friends stressing over whether they get in or not, and I know that I'm set and I know where I'm going, so it's pretty nice.
Do you know when you leave?
Well, for me, because I'm playing football, I have to go for the first week of August, and that's when summer practices start, but I don't know when the move-in day for the regular students is.
What did you guys really stress over for the college process?
Oh, for me, it was definitely the essay, because I just don't like writing essays.
What essay? What essay?
The main college essay.
Oh, the college essay.
Yeah.
For me,
yeah, that's definitely good too.
For me, I was really stressing over it because the way that my college process went, it was a lot different than most students. So I was really trying to figure out what coaches I'm talking to and where I'm going to be able to play. So I wanted to apply there, but I also wanted to apply to schools that I wouldn't be playing at, just so I can see in case I don't end up playing, then I'll be going to those schools, or I could
academically.
Or I could use the money that I get in scholarships from them to try and boost the money from a school that I'm gonna end up going to, which is what I ended up doing.
I think my stressful times were when I would apply to a school and then they'd email me saying something was missing.
Mm-hmm.
So then I would be stressing about which school was missing which, and then I have to send it again. Some schools didn't get my SAT scores till 2 weeks, 3 weeks later. So they said that they weren't going to take me because my my application wasn't filled out correctly. So like I always had to make phone calls and always had to like make sure like they were on top of it and like didn't realize like that it wasn't like my fault.
Right.
Did you guys have trouble choosing a major, or did you already know what you wanted to do?
Well, for me personally, last year and like a couple years ago, I was set on going into business and like sports management because I wanted to work at MetLife. But then this summer, I worked at a summer camp and I realized that I really like working with kids. So now I'm going into history because I want to be a history teacher. So my major is secondary education history. So, I mean, for me, it was like back and forth, but then that really kind of set me going.
Yeah, I was back and forth with film and being a pilot, and then I just realized being a pilot wasn't really for me. So now we're going into film.
Nice. What about you, Joe?
I still don't know what I'm doing, but I decided to go in undecided my first year and then figure it out for my next year.
That's nice.
What factors did you guys have to go through to choose where you guys like want to apply to? So like for me, like I wanted to go south. I hate the cold, so like all my schools are like Florida, like North Carolina, South Carolina. So like I just wanted to know like what you guys were thinking.
Yeah, geographic location was definitely a big part in it. Also school size and what they had to offer with sports, or after, you know, clubs, or what towns were around it, if there was a city or not, you know, a good college life so I can get the full experience.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely because I didn't want to go that far away. And unlike you, I wanted to stay north. I didn't want to go south. So Springfield is good for me because it's like 2 hours away. So if I want to come home on the weekend, I can come home on like a Friday night and then drive back like Sunday afternoon. And so that was really a big factor. It was also like Tyler said, sports, where it is, the towns around it. One of the schools I was talking to the coach and I went up for a visit, and it was just like nothing around the school at all. Like the school was in the middle of nowhere. And so that was really a big factor because I don't want to go to a school where if I don't have football, I would want to like be able to go out and like experience the life around it. And that school, I just wouldn't be able to because it was like in the middle of nowhere. It was just in the middle of like the woods, basically.
Yeah, definitely a nice college town is.
Yeah, college towns
important.
are definitely important into like making my decision personally. I don't know about you guys.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, 100%.
So do you guys have any friends that have made their decision yet? I mean, besides me, obviously.
I don't think I know anyone who's set on a college yet. Everyone just has, you know, a top 2 or 3.
I have a couple friends who like decided, mostly girls though, not a lot of guys.
Not a lot of guys have. I noticed it's mostly like girls that have made the decision.
Because it's been like their top school since they were like freshmen, so they like did like early decisions, some of them.
Right. Now we'll go out to 2 of our fellow broadcast members, James Stutz and Patrick Hickey, to talk about their college process experience.
I'm here with James Stutz. James, have you started the college process yet?
Yes, I have.
How many colleges have you applied to?
I applied to, I think, 6, might have been 7.
And which ones are there?
I applied to Hofstra, Oneonta, Ithaca, Marist, Sacred Heart. I forgot the other 2. But,
okay. Yeah. Have you heard back from any yet?
I got denied from Hofstra. That's about it, though. I haven't heard back from any other schools.
What's your top school, like, as of right now?
Well, it was Hofstra, so... Nah, I don't really care. Probably have to say Oneonta or Ithaca.
Okay. And what's the college process been like for you? Like, has it been difficult? Have you had a lot of fun with it?
It was pretty stressful, to be honest. My parents were kind of up my you-know-what, but... but you know, it was everyone's got to do it eventually. So yeah, I got down on my work.
Okay, thank you. Hey, good luck, man. Hi, I'm here with Patrick Hickey. Pat, how's the college process going for you?
It's definitely going well. It's been a stressful process, but you know, we're getting through it.
Gator.
How many colleges have you applied to?
I'd say about around 7 or 8.
Can you tell me what they are?
All of them?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So we got Hofstra, Sacred Heart, Fairfield, Marist, Pace, Iona, Quinnipiac. I think that's it. I don't think I have any.
Have you heard back from any of them yet?
Got accepted to Iona, Pace, and Hofstra so far. Haven't heard back from any others.
So you did an ED to Iona?
I did not ED. Definitely did not ED to Iona.
Okay, as of right now, what's your number 1 school? Oh, actually, did you ED anywhere?
I did not ED anywhere.
What's your number 1 school?
You know, whatever school gives me the most money. You know, gotta help the parents out some way. They're gonna pay for my college.
Okay. But like, personal choice, if you could go anywhere, where would it be?
You know, I think Hofstra's pretty much up there. I like the campus. I went to go visit it. And then Sacred Heart's pretty much up there. My sister went there, so, you know.
Okay. What do you plan on majoring in?
Probably some finance, and get that money rolling.
What are you looking for in a college?
I want a school that fits my needs. I want to have that rec basketball league. I got to go and grind some rec leagues, I got to show up. And then I also wanted to look for the programs that they offered. They got a good broadcasting program, a good business program, something to fall back on, so yeah.
So all the schools that you've applied to, they seem relatively close to home. Was that like part of your criteria? You didn't want to go too far away, or is it just that's the schools that had what you wanted?
Well, it was mostly my parents' decision, as if they're going to pay for it, they get to pretty much decide my location. So I kept it pretty local because that's what they wanted, so keep them happy.
Is that what you want?
I would like to experience something far, but I'm not complaining. College, man.
I feel that. It was very nice talking to you, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck in college and in the process. So thank you.
Wow, those were some good interviews.
Thank you. I had a really good time learning about how they've been going into it, because I've talked to a couple of my friends about like the college process, but I didn't really sit down with them like I did with James and Pat and talk about it. So it was a nice learning experience.
You know who's someone I've been asking a lot of questions to about college? My guidance counselor.
Yes.
Very important. Me too.
Very important. My guidance counselor has really helped me out with making sure that my stuff was in on time and finding out like what I want to do and where I want to go and that stuff.
Yeah, very helpful.
Very helpful. Joe, what about you?
My guidance counselor just looked over everything over, made sure everything was like proper. I sounded mature and not like an idiot or like immature. So yeah, that was a huge help from her.
Okay. Now we'll go out to an interview that we did with Mr. DiPaolo about the college process.
The college process for me was a lot different than it is nowadays. I feel like today kids are looking for an experience in addition to pursuing their education. Back when I went to college, it was really just pursuing your education, going on to get a college degree to pursue a career. It was pretty cut and dry, and if you had some fun along the way, that was great. But in general, it was mostly to pursue a certain major. And for me, I didn't know my major. I went in as a communications major, actually broadcast journalism, and I decided along the way to change that to psychology. So it was a bit of a discovery for me along the way. So it's like every year we go through the same thing, where we see kids at different points in their exploration. So right now we're meeting with juniors, and they're kind of, for the most part, most of them are starting off kind of not knowing anything, not knowing what they want. And somewhere along the line between now and the end of junior year, they're going to get to a point where they discover a lot about what they're looking for in terms of college. September comes along, we meet with them again, and it's always at that point where most kids seem to have a better idea of what they're looking at. They usually have a list of schools. It's nice to see the kids go through the process. I mean, they all start off very anxious, but they all seem to accomplish everything really well. And they get to the point where you guys are at this point where you have gotten through the hard part of the applications, you're waiting to hear back from schools. But really the hardest part lies ahead, and that is deciding where to go once you hear back from all the schools that you got into or didn't get into, and then also the financial packages that they offer. So I think the hardest part is ahead. Well, obviously it's a very important decision. From my standpoint, I just want kids to be in a place where they have options. If they happen to know what they want to study, that's great. The likelihood of every kid pursuing everything they go in to major in, not always the case. A lot of kids will change their minds, but as long as they know they have options, that's what we try to provide here. Along the way, hopefully they've built up some values and things that can help them get through the college process, whether it be resiliency or just ability to get through difficult situations. That's what we aim for.
That was a really nice interview with Mr. DiPaolo, learning about his college experience and how he's helped students with the college process. I'd really love to hear about when you guys make a decision as to where you're going. Maybe we could do something on here, do another talk show, and we could see where we're all going, have all the guys from broadcasting that are seniors talk about it. We could get Alice in there too, obviously. I think that would be a really cool idea. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. A little follow-up show.
Well, follow-up show. Talk about college, going to college, getting ready to go to college, like college prep, getting all your stuff together for your dorms. It's gonna be.
And I'll have to talk about visits because I'll be visiting a couple colleges in a couple months.
I'll be visiting Springfield in like 2 weeks.
I'll be visiting University of Tampa soon too. So.
Very interesting.
When are you going?
I don't have a date yet.
I'm going in March.
I'm going.
Oh, really?
I'm going to Springfield on the 25th. Doing an overnight.
Oh, wow! Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to stay with like the guys from the team. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's it.
It should be a good experience. I get to like know what it's like being
how
on
did you
campus.
get to do that?
So
the coach?
Yeah, the coach invited me up, and basically I meet with them in like the football area, not the locker room. It's like something in one of the other buildings, and they like go through this whole presentation about the school. It's mostly for people that haven't committed yet, but they wanted to get me up there anyway because just to experience like how the school is. I feel like it's going to be really beneficial because then I know what the life is like on campus, and I'm not like going in there not knowing anything. So at least like I'll know where everything is, how like the school goes and stuff.
Do you have a roommate yet?
For the overnight? Oh, you mean like for dorming?
For dorming.
I haven't picked one yet. I was talking to one of my friends is probably gonna end up playing lacrosse there. So I was talking to him about us rooming together. So at least I have like some sense of normalcy when I go to my dorm, but then he can meet the football guys, I can meet the lacrosse guys.
Yeah.
And it's not, because for me and him, we're not allowed to room with guys on our team until junior year.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, it's just real that. I'm probably so you get to meet new people. But then, so at least we'll know that like we're used to each other and we kind of have the same personality. So it'll be really easy for us to like dorm together. I know they say like don't dorm with your best friend in college, but that'll be good for us because then we get to meet different groups of people and we're not just sticking together because we have our different sports and our teammates and stuff. What would go into your picking of a roommate?
I have no clue what to do. But if I get into Tampa and I do go there, I'm going to force Tyler to come with me so we can dorm together.
Well, it's been a lot of fun doing this with you guys, catching up about college and stuff. And I don't really have this kind of conversation with my friends like on the daily. I'm not like, yo, bro, what's up? Where are you going to college? Or like, how's your college process been?
It's not really talked about a lot.
This is a lot of fun. I'm John Bacardi.
And I'm Joe Ragusa. And I'm Tyler Hawkins.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for watching. This has been The W.